All right, hey everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host Tone Vays. Got this going a few minutes early just to give us a little more time, and we're gonna go straight to the charts. I am still in Cape Town, South Africa. I'll be here through the weekend. There is a meetup coming up tomorrow night. Join us tomorrow night. It's only 80 Rand. So that's probably about $5 or so. And come join us. After that, I will be headed off to Johannesburg to speak at Blockchain Africa Conference, March 11th and 12th. All right. Um, yeah, looks like everything is working. Let me grab the live chat. All right, everything's good. All right, we're coming in at 7 a.m. New York time. Okay, let's see what else we got. I'll talk about that stuff later. Let's go to Bitcoin. We're going to start on a weekly scale. This week has been completely up and down and been very, very interesting. So it's only Wednesday. Anything can still happen, but this is a very good looking candle. This candle needs to close more than halfway up this red candle. That would be a good sign. That would be a good sign. I will become a bull if we can break this trend line. This trend line has become absolutely huge for me now. The break of this trend line makes me very bullish. In a perfect world, we are breaking this trend line on a green 2 above a green 1. So that means I don't want to break it this week or next week or the week after that, but maybe the week after that one, right? So I would love to see the break of this around early April. So going into April, I would be interested in the break of this line. I personally don't find this depth cross all that interesting for a couple of reasons. One, we are above both moving averages. And two, this is not the, I don't think this depth cross has been ultimately all that relevant, especially in the short time. And the moving averages are kind of consolidating. I'm also not even sure what to use as the short-term moving average. Yeah, you're right. It is Thursday. I don't really need to know what day it is. It's all every day is the same to me. Weekends, weekdays, and then Bitcoin trades 24/7. The stock market doesn't trade 24/7, and that's where it becomes interesting. We had an amazing close to the stock market yesterday, but I'm looking at the futures, and I don't like what I see. So right now, I am in a profitable SPX position. But unless we are closing the week at new swing highs, I will probably get out of that trade. So I was looking for the S&P to make it all the way to 3,200. But if today is a down day, that is probably not going to happen. I will not let my position go into the red. So I think it's time to start thinking about that break-even stop loss for my position. I do want to give the market an hour or two of trading, which is hard here from South Africa because that cuts into dinner time. So we'll see. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Let's talk about this daily chart. In my last video yesterday, the morning brief with Giacomo and Jimmy, I lowered this green line to the top of the two candle bodies. and I lowered this green arrow. This green arrow was up here yesterday, but the day before yesterday. But yesterday I lowered it to here, saying that if we can break 8,900 on Bitcoin, I would expect a pop in the price to the upside. And that's exactly what happened today. So this was a good entry into a long trade. Technically, according to sequential, the entry was once the current day started trading above yesterday's high. But if you wanted to be patient, your long entry is right at 8,900, 8,920 to be exact. And that was a good pop to the upside. And now I am more bullish than bearish, especially on a daily time frame. So now that I'm bullish on a daily time frame, where is the next level of resistance? Well, the next level of resistance is actually this red line. So I'm going to lower this green arrow, and I'm going to be a little less optimistic like I normally am, saying that, hey, you have a level of resistance right here with the 50-day moving average. You also have this red line to potentially create a weird looking head and shoulders. I don't like to think that far ahead, but somewhere here there is resistance. And if Bitcoin can actually break this red line, I would then be looking for this right into the halving, like a new nice swing high right into the halving. Will we break 14,000? I don't know. We'll find out. But we're going to take it one step at a time here. Let's go to the lower level time frames. The 12-hour hasn't really been that interesting. Let's look at the 4-hour. The 4-hour also went bullish today according to sequential. Look at this little golden cross. I don't really care about it either. And it's looking good. So far, so good. We're on a green 3 of 9. And according to the 4-hour chart, I would be looking for resistance around 95, 96. There are several levels of resistance there. You know what? I'm going to use an older chart. I'm going to use an older line. I'm going to use this line. Take this line. I'm going to put it right across the top. Beautiful. Perfect. That is an area of resistance. It's also a moving average. There's also a setup trend line nearby. All of this is an area of resistance around 95, 9600. But for now, this is looking bullish. GBTC isn't open right now, so it's not interesting. One second. All right, cool. This is the futures market. The future bottom right on a 9, but like that doesn't trade on the weekend, so I don't really care. Bitcoin dominance, I'm still waiting for it to go back to 99.999 where it belongs. It'll get there. New all-time high in mining. Wow, that's beautiful. Beautiful, look at that. New mining hash rate all-time high. Great. More security for Bitcoin. Awesome. What is this chart? Oh, this is the top 10 shitcoins. Let's see how we're doing here. I mean, the scam of a scam, BSV, is still outperforming Bitcoin since the beginning of 2019. That tells you all you need to know, how dumb people are. Gold. Let's see what's going on. Gold is looking good. So I personally would not have bought on a green one. I would have been hesitant on a green two above a green one. But gold is starting to look good to me again. This candle is bringing back some confidence. I really don't like these kinds of shakeouts. Gold is unreasonably leveraged, but I like it here. So if I'm forced to exit my S&P position, I may put it into GLD because I think gold can rally here. If the S&P, I mean, this virus is not getting better like I expected, actually. Most of the conferences that were going to take place in this month and next month around Europe and definitely Asia, everything is being canceled and postponed. So if the S&P starts showing me weakness, where did I get in the S&P? So I entered my S&P position. I'm so mad that I entered the day too early. I entered my S&P position around here. That seems about right. So if the S&P starts trading below yesterday's low, but not in the first hour of trading, maybe not even in the first 2 hours. If the S&P is trading below $3,030 after 11 a.m. today, or anytime tomorrow, basically, I will be exiting my S&P position. Now, the question is, am I going to go into cash or am I going to put it into gold or bonds? I'm starting to more actively trade my retirement portfolio. This is just like me playing around, but next year I'm actually going to take it seriously. So I haven't decided yet. If I have time to actually think about it, I will. Someone says, Tone, this is a broadening ascending wedge, right? I have no idea and I don't care. I couldn't care less about wedges. The one thing I don't trade is wedges. I think trading wedges is too subjective. I don't consider wedge trading as a strategy that I ever utilize. It's just not something I do. Someone says next year will be too late. There's no such thing as too late. I mean, there's no such thing as too late. There's always a bull market somewhere. There's always a bear market somewhere. And if you know how to go long and short, there's no such thing as too late. There'll be another Tesla. There'll be another Virgin Galactic. There'll be better companies than them, right? Eventually. Silly companies will go away. New companies will come up. I'm looking at your live chat, guys. I don't know if this has anything to do with India. I honestly don't. I don't think so. I mean, because people in India can now trade Bitcoin doesn't mean there's any exchanges to actually trade Bitcoin on because they're all shut down and people got arrested. What do I think about the 10-year yield? Yeah, we can take a look at that in a minute. See, silver remains way weaker than gold. But I like this candle on gold. I actually think gold can go up. Well, didn't mean to put that. We will see. Yeah, this Dow candle was beautiful. I should have just stayed patient because if I would have gotten in on this 9 candle instead of on this 8 candle, Would have been in a much better position with a lot more choices, because I don't like my positions going in the red. Because my position was up nicely yesterday, but I don't like the opening of the market today. So we'll see how I'm not going to be here for the market opens till 2.5 hours away. Yeah, someone says they got out at the end of the day yesterday at S&P. I didn't like, I'm here in South Africa, so 4 p.m. Eastern is 11 p.m. here, and I was like out. I was hanging out with people. I was having a drink at a bar. So I was not watching the market. I didn't even realize it was closing. I didn't even realize it always closed so good at the end of the day, which is unfortunate, right? Because I'm not taking trading seriously at the moment. I'm just doing charts. Do you give any weight to the long-term support line on the weekly Bitcoin log chart that connects the December 19 bottom and the January 19 area bottom and the longer-term support bottom from 2016? Yeah, I do. I do. Yeah, you just connect these bottoms. Yeah, it's similar to the hyperwave lines. I think it's useful. Bitcoin price isn't currently dictated by adoption. Completely agree. It's dictated by BitMax liquidation engine. I don't know if I agree with that part, but yeah, it's certainly, I mean, Bitcoin price is still, dictated by speculation. We're possibly a decade away from Bitcoin adoption. If crypto people didn't become shitcoiners, we could have been 3 to 5 years away from adoption. But because everyone is promoting scams, it'll take at least another decade for Bitcoin adoption. And it's unfortunate. All right. Any stocks to look at? Oh, yeah, I was going to look at yield. Hold on. Let's go to fixed income. So I have the 10-year yield. Oh, I was going to look into refinancing my apartment. Shit, this is good. Ooh. Go to the line chart here. Wow, so look at that. So you hit a 9 and then you go straight down. Oh, I need to take a look at what I can get on a mortgage. Geez, is this the all-time low in 10-year yield? Yep, there it is. All-time low. Incredible. Incredible. Lower than 2016, lower than the financial crisis. Wow. Wow. I gotta check mortgage rates. Awesome. Let's go back to candles. So this is TLT, the bond index, the tradable bond ETF. See, I don't know if I would enter this, right? I don't like entering at an all-time high stretched. I prefer entering the break of a prior all-time high. And the break of a prior all-time high took place like a few days ago. So this to me is way overextended. So I wouldn't enter this. But I would consider gold. If I'm not in the S&P, there's always a bull market somewhere. I'm not going to short the S&P. I'm not ready for that. I would consider shorting the S&P if we start, you know, maybe shorting the S&P may not be a bad idea. I was really hoping it would at least go up to the moving averages. And then reverse from there. Though I have other funds in my retirement accounts, I can still go long gold because I didn't like gold a few days ago, but I like it now. And trolls on the internet, I mean, they're going to be like, they're going to tell you they want long gold, like right here at the low, but they're probably lying. And when this happened, I would have expected gold to keep going down. I don't know. I mean, this was like the whole rate decision stuff, probably. But I like this candle. I like the current candle. So that looks good. What does GLD look like? It's just a weird candle. We top on a combo 13. We have a 9. We have a green 2 going above a green 9. It's not great. Let's see where we open. Again, I don't like buying it there. Like, I like buying the break. I mean, back when we were doing videos with Hyperwave YouTube channel and Tyler Jenks, we both talked about going long gold right here at 130 on GLD as it broke the Fibonacci line, as it broke the prior swing highs. Buying it here, it's a little overextended, but now if gold can make it back to these tops, oh boy, it can really rip to the upside. I mean, Peter Schiff will be happy. I really thought gold would not go up until, you know, the gold promoters like Peter Schiff got sued, but hey, I don't trade my opinion. I trade the chart in front of me. And same with Bitcoin. You know, what was I expecting going into today? I was expecting us to be breaking the red line, not the green line. But in my opinion, doesn't matter. What would I do with Bitcoin? Well, I would go long if we broke the green line, and I would go short or get out if we broke the red line. I can have an opinion of which way I think it's going to go. But as far as trading is concerned, my opinion is irrelevant. You take the trade that's in front of you. And if you saw yesterday's video, you know I said prices should rise if we break 8,900. And they went up by $200. Skyworks. I think I've looked at the stock before. What do they do? I don't even know. Oh, wait, that gold chart was weekly, not daily. Let's go back to GLD. Okay, that's better. Yeah, I still like it. Today is going to be a green 2 above a green 1 on GLD. Like, not the best time to get into gold, but like the best time to get into gold is when it's breaking these highs. So the best time to get in was here, but there's no way I'm letting this position go red. So even if I did get in right here, I would not be in gold now because this would have, you know, hit my stop loss. Assuming I probably would have taken the exit on the 9, but that's a decent return for gold. That's 3% in a few days. That's not too shabby. If you wait another day, you can get 5% out of it. But there's no way I'm holding past this red candle to the upside. And there's no way I would have gotten in on this red 4. So the only, or this sequential 13. So the only shot I have at getting into gold is here. I might put in that limit order. I might put in that limit order. What do we got here? 154.95. I might take that limit order. I'll think about it. Let you guys know tomorrow. I still got a few hours before market opens. Okay, so what was I going to look at? Skyworks? SK what? Where did I even see that? SWKS. What is this? Ooh, nice bounce. Don't tell me this is a 9. If it, oh, that's gorgeous. I hope somebody took this trade. I hope someone that at one point has taken a Tone Vays webinar or an in-person class, I must have looked at this stock at some point. Is it on my stock watch list? Man. Oh, what a beautiful bounce, right, literally off the 200-day moving average, right on a 9. Man, doesn't get more gorgeous than that. See, unfortunately, and that was a nice return. Jeez, 16% in 3 days. And by the way, this is the kind of situation where you actually could have bought the low. You could have bought this low. Wow. So here's the dilemma. I am getting nervous about the S&P with this. So unless the S&P is like breaking out, if the S&P is breaking out above, no, I need the other high. Unless the S&P is breaking out above the new swing high, if the S&P is breaking above 3140, I would then consider this for a long trade. Only if the S&P is breaking out. And I would still be cautious because the def cross is here. And see, I'm not convinced that the S&P is going to new all-time high. I'm not at all. If the S&P breaks above these moving averages, then I would be all in S&P for new all-time high. But as long as we're below these moving averages, this could be the beginning of a bear market. I don't know. No, I mean, like other people can tell you that they know, but I don't know. Yeah, I have to try and remember to look at this over the weekend or something. Let's go to Dropbox. I don't think I've ever looked at Dropbox stock. I didn't even know Dropbox was a publicly traded company. I always get Dropbox and Google Drive confused. For some reason, I always think it's the same company. I don't like this chart. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't like it. I wouldn't touch this. I'd stay away from it. I mean, you can have a green 2 going above a green 1, going above all moving averages, but I want to see all these moving averages, you know, properly ordered. No, I don't like it. Oh, I tell you what I do like. Wheat. Crap, which one is the wheat? SB sugar. Well, GC is gold. Do I even have wheat? Is ZB wheat? No, that's the bonds. Wheat. Here we go. Wheat is so well behaved with sequential. It's insane. So here's the perfect 9 top in wheat back in January. It doesn't get any more perfect than that on wheat. Back up a little bit, another 9 top right here another 9 top right there, another 9 top. Look, they're not big corrections, but they're certainly getting you out at a local top. And wheat's been historically good. Beautiful 9 buy right here, converted into a quasi 9. Now, wheat is unreasonably leveraged. Do not trade like grain futures unless you know what you're doing. I don't know if wheat has an ETF, but I like this 9 at the 200-day moving average. Right off this 9 sell. Now, we did break setup trend. So this could only be a 1 to 4 candle correction followed by more downside. We don't know. We're going to find out. But I wouldn't trade this in my retirement. It's too risky and too volatile and certainly over leveraged. But I would like to pay attention to what this 9 does. Let's look at it on weekly. One candle off the top, beautiful 9 at the low. See, the weekly is not confirming your daily. Your daily is at a 9, but your weekly still says down. So you got to be careful. So you got to lower your trade size there. Let's look at palladium. That's platinum. I always do that. So look at palladium. I wouldn't touch it. Something unsettling about this chart. I'd stay away. Oil bounced beautifully on this 9. Let's see how the week closes. I think oil is good for a bit of a bounce, and after that, probably lower. Yeah, food here is great. A lot of game meat, which I like. I'm gonna go get some oysters. They're like half price oysters. Oysters are good and cheap too. US equivalent at a restaurant, nice and tasty. $1 per oyster, amazing. During happy hour. A cam. I don't know what this company does. Let's take a look at the chart. I like looking at companies I've never looked at before. You know, because I'm uncertain about the stock market, I would be cautious. This looks like it's good, but only if the stock market overall rises. So I would be cautious. I would be really cautious single names right now. Let's go back to the US stock list. How's Tesla doing? So mad I didn't pick up any Tesla stock at 150 bucks. So I'm going to wait and I'm going to go. I am going to buy Tesla next chance I get, but I need a proper entry. And this is the same reason. I'm not, there's almost no stock that I would be interested in going long right now. Not Facebook, not Amazon. Amazon's looking good, but not good enough. Roku? Oh, definitely not. Microsoft, they've been doing well. No, definitely not. Right, so it's a little bit of a scary environment right now. I would need all of these stocks to be above their moving averages for me to be interested. What about Zoom? Zoom might be the exception. Fake Zoom might also be the exception. Uber? No. Lyft? Definitely not. It's looking better in Uber, actually. Deutsche Bank. What happened to them? Wow, they rebound. Wow. Look at that. Everyone wrote them off for dead. And look at that monster recovery. You know, tops on a combo. I don't like this. The 9 looked good. Traded above the 9, but now pulling back lower. Budweiser? Man, no one is drinking beer with coronavirus. This could be an exception here. I don't see people drinking less beer. And it's on a 9. This might be overly oversold. See these big gaps? They can close. Not the best of bottoming pattern, but if I was going to take a stab at a long, see, this is where it's hard to explain. I don't really want to jump into something like Amazon right now, because Amazon has rebounded nicely off the low already for 10%, right? Same thing with Apple probably. Oh yeah, you know, 18%, Jesus, off the low in just a few days. Netflix, probably same thing. Oh no, Netflix was always at the top. Netflix, actually, I like better than anything else so far in this list. But if you look at beer, we're still at the low. It's lagging. It's only up 4% off the low. Unlike the rest, that's up, 10% plus. So I can see this catching up to the moving average. So if I am gonna take a stab at a stock as a long trade, it would either be one of these that's sitting there at the 9 at the lows, or something like Zoom or Netflix that's maintaining their bull market. Where's Netflix? Did I delete Netflix by accident? Right, so it would be something like Netflix because it's breaking out the new all-time high or whatever. Well, you get the point. So I'm okay buying this for a breakout to double up. Surprised, but doesn't matter. So you see the difference? This is Netflix about to go to all-time high. Here's Amazon. Not really, right? So it's not that different, but different enough. All right, I think it's time to call it a day, no? Maybe we can take a look at a few more stocks. So while I decide what else to look at, Financial Summit. We are still doing it. We are going to the Dominican Republic, and we're going to have a ridiculous time. Dominican Republic, traders, hedge funds, high net worth individuals, talking nonstop finance with some awesome presenters. And come join us, DR Financial Summit. Understanding Bitcoin, still on track. Tickets aren't on sale yet. Probably Monday, we'll get this up and rolling for end of May in Malta. And if you guys want to support, please go to the affiliate page of tonevays.com. Love my Embly card. You guys see me use TradingView all day long. All kinds of exchanges if you're going to trade. Costs you nothing to use these links to sign up. And you can certainly support this free YouTube channel. Also subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and get the alerts. I mean, setting up charts like mine, I mean, there's nothing that impressive about setting up mine. If you're new to trading, you may want to go to education, learn trading. This is all free. It has lots of links This is just my short guideline. Wrote this about 5 years ago. I should probably update it, but there you go. So check that out. There's no workshops. I haven't opened up consulting hours. Vays currently makes no money. So this is all just free. So please support using the affiliate page. Someone is saying, when will JCP die? I don't know. I'm more curious when MoneyGram's going to die. Let's look at this ridiculous stock. I can't wait for this to die. It'll also put Ripple out of its misery. JCP. Oh boy, 65 cents, huh? Think it's over. Think it's over. Sorry, JCPenney. Think you're going to be filing for bankruptcy soon. The Cattle Baron. Yes, I need to go eat a steak at the Cattle Baron. I ate at a couple of other steakhouses and they were pretty good. But the Cattle Baron is on my list. I'm going to try and get some meat there. Hey guys, don't forget, if you are in Cape Town, come join us tomorrow night for only 80 Rand, which is about $5 US or something. $5 US. Come join us at the meetup in the evening. And for those in Johannesburg, come down to Blockchain Africa Conference, March 11th and 12th. All right, that's it, guys. I'm going to call it a day. I'm still keeping an eye on the coronavirus, seeing how many infections there are. Lots of conferences are, moving their dates. The Vays conferences go on. We will do the financial summit, and we will do understanding Bitcoin. Do I enjoy fish? Yeah, absolutely. I try to eat fish maybe 2 to 3 times a week, and I eat meat the rest of the week. So I eat meat 4 to 5 times a week, and I eat fish 2 to 3 times a week. Sometimes I skip a day. So there you go. I love whole fish. Like, I hate fillets. I don't like to eat fillets. It's either sushi or whole fish. I hate fillets unless I'm cooking. And even when I'm cooking, I like to cook whole fish. I mean, obviously, I can't cook a whole tuna or a whole salmon. They just don't exist. But whenever I'm at a restaurant, a fish restaurant, the first thing I ask is, do you have whole fish? And if they do, that's where I'm ordering. I try to avoid the farm fish as well. I haven't day traded in a long time. All right, one last look at SPX. I don't like the look of this candle. It needs to turn around by 11 a.m. or I will be out of my S&P 500 position, hopefully at a profit. And one more look at Bitcoin. My view was that I am bullish above 8,900. We broke that several hours ago, and it's still looking good. All right, guys, that's it for me. Support with affiliates, support by coming to conferences. I'm still in Cape Town, South Africa. Pretty cool here, nice weather, great food. And thank you all for watching, and see you all on the next one.